Hi everyone. Ice-cooled power. The club family continues to grow. The Fat Boy conversion in our Clubman style is becoming more and more a favorite of our customers. And rightly so. The Silver Club is also part of the series of power cruisers we have developed based on the iconic Softail model. Visually rather simple, with almost discrete tone-on-tone paint, the pure power is also the focus of this bike. With this metallic shimmering shine gives this bike an ice-cold appearance, but it is a real hot device. The proven combination of wide rear, lowering and powerful-looking wheels with a rumbling sound can heat up, namely powerful. The sound can be controlled, as usual with a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde system, by a button on the handlebars. The manifolds are shortened and have short tailpipes, which shows off the steel rear end with recessed tail light turn signal combo as well as pulley brake system and side license plate. Coatings and paint on the forks, engine covers, wheels, running boards and various individual parts are chosen in black, thus emphasizing the desired concept of a bulky presence. Dark Dude's brother. You could already call it a timeless design, which we have created with the Dude family. What we started about 3 years ago, is still very popular today. The concept is simple and at the same time well thought out. Through our combination of parts and measures, we reinforce the advantages of this powerful-looking Softail model and make the Fat Boy a real dude that you can rely on in any situation. The star of this bike is the FLH wheel with contrast cut. With this we have selected from our range of self-produced wheels one with a look that is both classy and sporty. To match, we use our handmade steel rear fender with recessed lighting and move the license plate to the side. On the other side, it's our power air filter and the melodious short exhaust system from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde that dominates both the look and the acoustics. We made the front look spiffy with wide Hollywood handlebars on the short old-style risers, subtle stripe turn signals and motor gadget mirrors. Otherwise, it's the color black that sets the decisive tone for all the covers, for the coatings and for the paint. And it does so in a light devouring matte black. Interesting thing. We were a little skeptical at first when our customer Andre came up with his ideas for mixing glossy and matte sections of his Fat Boy. In the end, we all nodded our heads in approval. That's the way to do it. A visually interesting and special Fat Boy was created, fulfilling a childhood dream. Andre is one of those fans who was hooked on the Terminator and dreamed of a Fat Boy. Over 30 years, the film is now old and almost as long the ideas for his bike buzz through his head. In contrast to the matte parts, the formerly grey fields of the original wheels, from the 2021 model, were to be painted gloss black. The tank, side panels and fenders were painted matte black, while the chrome flashes and blinks on the massive front end. The other parts of this conversion follow a proven concept, lowering at the front, air-eyed and steel rear fenders with wide tires, 260mm instead of 240 original, at the rear and a pulley brake system for a clean right side. There a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde exhaust system is allowed to do its thing. On the left side we placed the license plate including lighting. With a few covers and lids, the project then becomes round. Big John is a great example of how we always like to develop new custom bikes in dialogue with you. You come with your ideas and we work out the project together. No matter what idea you have, let's just talk about it. Thomas not only advised our customer Andre on the conversion of his dream bike. Before the first ride, he gives him a detailed briefing and a first lap is ridden to try everything out. Even as an experienced motorcyclist, you may be sitting on a custom bike with wide tires, forward-mounted detent saw with ape hanger for the first time. In addition, it's not at all uncommon to have taken a break for a few years and not yet be so familiar with the new technical aids. No problem, we can handle it. Dignified giant in classic grey. This conversion clearly shows that even a modern Fat Boy, in combination with the right ingredients, can be turned into a classic Harley. The sloping line that flows smoothly over the dashboard and tank into the seat is just as supportive as the classically shaped handlebars and the windshield, which is somehow reminiscent of the early police models. The overall impression is supported by the new pleasing original wheels with the turbine-like spokes, which we have coated in glossy black for this bike. Combined with the fork, which is also coated in black, and some other black parts such as the tank emblems from last year's models, we have a fitting contrast to the paint in the trendy Colorado grey. Equipped with the minimalist front and rear fenders, a pulley brake system and an air ride in the rear, an individual and classic custom bike has been created. A coherent overall concept, discreetly kept in grey and black, inconspicuous and at the same time imposing appearance. Pure understatement. If your heart always beats more for a dignified 911 than for a trendy Ferrari, then this bike could be the right choice. We have transformed the Fat Boy into a club leader by treating the engine and wheels and converting it to a pulley brake system. The idea should already be familiar to many from past conversions based on Fat Boy, but the club leader shines with new Harley-Davidson series wheels. This Fat Boy lives from its surfaces and does not try to attract attention with colorful springs, pure understatement. Fresh paint, shiny noble surfaces transform this Fat Boy into a real gentleman's bike. We particularly like the new wheel design, because its cutouts make it look much lighter and sportier. So if you want a smart custom bike that shines with understatement, this is exactly the right bike for you. As long as the raven flies. Masculine. That's how she stands there. The Fat Boy as a steel steed, ready to go into battle with the Jarl. We have added a few highlights to the already powerful look of the Fat Boy to bring you even closer to the ideas of our customer. For the powerful start of a steel steed we have here the 21 and 23-inch variant of our big speed wheels installed. Framed by the steel fender, the whole rear looks fat and powerful. As it should be for a Fat Boy. To round off the look and not to block the view of the wheel design, the rear is completed by our single-sided swing arm. For the appropriate battle cry, a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde flap exhaust system is installed. Here, at the push of a button, I can choose to invade enemy camps loudly drumming or quietly as if stalking. Ingo Cruiser has provided the appropriate war paint. The Fat Boy is painted in Nordic blue. The raven is emblazoned on the tank. He is the messenger of Odin. Filigree Celtic borders can be found everywhere. So the whole thing looks round, but not at all obtrusive. Thanks for watching.